Hello and welcome to Thriving on the Spectrum, the podcast dedicated to empowering and supporting young adults with autism on their journey towards a fulfilling life. I'm your host, Arpita Mohan, and together we'll explore invaluable insights, expert advice, and personal stories that shed light on the unique opportunities and challenges young adults with autism encounter. So, if you're a parent, caregiver, friend, or ally, join us as we explore possibilities to help young adults with autism thrive. Today's episode will be of a different kind, where we tell a story about three young men at CanBridge and their journey to find an engagement that is born out of their interest and strength. Sharada Rajaram, the co-founder and co-director of CanBridge Academy, will narrate the story. I'm going to take a step back and listen in on this one.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to tell you a story of three young men in their mid-20s. Three young men who go back a long way, who first met when they were all of 4 to 5 years old at a resource center for early learners with autism in Chennai. Three young men who have seen many ups and downs and who coast through life fairly cheerfully. When the CanBridge Academy opened its doors in March 2018, Ahed and Rupak, along with Varun, another young man, were the first to walk in. Ramanathan followed fairly soon after. At CanBridge, they dabbled with cooking, music, movement, art, weaving, shopping, gym, hanging out at the mall, and a host of other things. They are all non-speaking and are learning to communicate with the use of assistive devices. In about 2 years, they were indicating their interest to us and were showing us what they could do. Ramanathan was always interested in the kitchen and activities around food. We saw Rupak being drawn to one, rhythm, and two, not just the prep part of cooking, such as cutting vegetables, which he was used to, but also to what was boiling in the pot. And Ahed, who always loved music and rocking, found joy in facilitated movement and drumming. For us, the question came soon after, where do we take each of them from here? They all wanted to do more of what they liked doing. They were keen and eager, but we were stumped. CanBridge could only provide so much opportunity, and these young men were hungry for more. So we began to look around for opportunities in the community. Ramanathan would initially go to a family in the neighborhood who supplied packed lunches and to homes around CanBridge, helping in prep processes for cooking like cutting vegetables, peeling garlic, grating coconut, all of which he liked doing. And then the pandemic happened and everything ground to a halt. In the early months post-pandemic, people were not so willing to let others into their homes. So we started casting the net wide, beginning to understand that the youngsters needed a small but professional environment which can give them the volumes of work and longer hours for which Rupak and Ramanathan seemed ready. Slowly, as small businesses started getting on their feet again, we started exploring many options. Organizations who supplied meals, small catering outfits, but we drew a blank. It was a chance meeting with some volunteers who visited CanBridge that put us in touch with Guneet Singla, who, along with her husband Sameer Singla, run a popular catering company, Uncle Sam's Kitchen. The very first meeting, without batting an eyelid, Guneet and Sameer indicated they would be more than happy to have Rupak and Ramanathan intern 3 mornings a week with them. This, even when they did not know what the youngsters could or could not do. Then and now, Guneet and Sameer say, you tell us what you want, we will make it happen. Guneet and Sameer spoke to us about their experience of having Rupak and Ramanathan work at Uncle Sam's Kitchen. A conversation which is full of insights. Let's listen in.
So when we were approached with this idea of two of them coming to us, frankly, we didn't take a second to say yes. We knew that we would be able to make them feel comfortable. And we're so glad that today when they walk in, they are not just limited to themselves or just going and doing what they need to or what they've come there for. They are pretty much friends with everyone. They've created an ecosystem around themselves. They're friendly in their own ways. They communicate. They ask for tea. They know when it's time to take a break. They know when they've got to clean up. And they are very much turning into professionals at what they do. So this year has uh, elevated them from just being inexperienced young boys to professionals who are now doing their very best.
So Ramanathan and Rupak entered the Uncle Sam's Kitchen ecosystem. What did they do there? Did they add value? Did they grow in terms of their own abilities? Let's hear what Guneet and Sameer have to say.
So I truly believe that what gets measured gets done. And just to give you an example of when they came to us in the beginning, they were cutting about half a kg vegetables. And now I have been monitoring, and there are days that they actually cut even 6 to 8 kilos of vegetables, depending on the quantum of work. That's the way their skill has been honed. Their speed has improved. Their cutting has become more precise. And there's been a marked difference in their output. From boys who came here for about an hour, we are now looking at them spending about 4 to 5 hours a day. So even that has gone up 5 times. So I think there's been a huge improvement in their skills. And as far as we're concerned, I'll be very frank, it's not that I couldn't have got somebody who can cut this much vegetable, but the joy that we get, the discipline that we learn from them, and more importantly, that feeling which transcends what they teach us, that, together we can.
Yeah, I think it is a great opportunity that we got, and we thought that CanBridge and us could be a good fit because in Uncle Sam's Kitchen, one of our main strengths that we have today is the vocational training that we've been able to provide to the unskilled staff. So it was quite interesting to see that how the same training can be extended towards kids from CanBridge, and we see that it takes time, but it surely works.
Yeah.
The training with them. And initially, we gave it about 3 or 4 months for them to get comfortable with the whole scene. So they just felt very comfortable being around with them. And as Guneet said, a lot of learning for us as well. And now we look forward to taking them into the regular stream of stipend and move them to salary. So, which will be a very good goal for us to achieve. And if we can empower them to stand on their own feet and get a good salary for themselves, that will be our goal working along with CanBridge.
Yeah,
We were quite curious to understand the factors that enable the two young men to grow within Uncle Sam's Kitchen. How was an environment where they could thrive created?
Yeah, a couple of things which have helped. One is, of course, the behavior of, I'll first like to congratulate CanBridge for thinking out of the box, because it's you guys who approached us. And, so many times people just take it that, autism. Autism is a part of their personalities. It's not everything that they are. It's just one thing that they are. So I congratulate CanBridge for seeing that and seeing the potential, seeing the interest that each child has, and channelizing that interest into reaching out to a professional company which can help them. So I think the first thing was that you guys...
Yeah, absolutely. And the kind of effort that you guys are putting into it is really something worth
it's tremendous.
learning from. The sincere effort.
There's somebody who brings them here, stays here, makes them comfortable. So I think that has been the first step. You identifying what is their interest area and then reaching out to companies. And then comes our part. I personally feel there are 3-4 very important points which are special about how they've adjusted so well and how we could use this opportunity to everyone's advantage. One is the way our team is. I think our team, as Samir explained, has gone from unskilled to skilled. So they're happy to welcome an unskilled person because they know that with training and with something which, acceptance, it can make a lot of difference. So I think that's one thing that's been something which is the ethos of our company. Secondly, and more importantly, the kitchen. The central kitchen has been built to bring the best out in all our chefs in the kitchen. It's a 17 feet high ceiling, allows for great air circulation, let the sunlight stream in, no harsh lights required till late evening. The atmosphere with a little bit of music on. It's something which makes everybody calm down and work better. So I think these little attributes have only helped the two boys, Ramanathan and Rupak, to work better. So the attitude of the kitchen team, the way they believe that everybody should be given a fair and equal opportunity, the feeling of inclusivity, just the way this whole kitchen is built to feel joyful and happy, because happy people make the best. And thirdly, and more importantly, they're made to feel like a part of the team and not somebody who's very special, who requires special attention. They have to go and interact. They have to communicate. They sit down with everybody and have their tea. They follow all the rules and the discipline of working in a kitchen space, like gloves or caps, all washing your hands, putting the garbage in the right place, garbage segregation, all of that is followed by them. And I think that gives them a framework of activity. And I think the boys are doing very well in that framework that they're working into.
Well, it seems to be that with some thought, some accommodation, some sensitivity, and a huge amount of openness and willingness to go that extra mile, a lot can be achieved. For Ahed, the trajectory was a little different. We thought, since he liked movement so much, why not explore learning dance formally? We approached dance studios, but were not able to work out something. We were stuck, and we were not able to see where to go with Ahed. And then an opportunity presented itself. We approached Restore, an organic store here in Chennai, and inquired whether they would like someone to help in the preparatory work on the days they had the farmers market. Given that Ahed loves organizing and has a lot of physical strength, we thought it might be worth his while to explore. When we first met Karthik from Restore, not only was he open to the idea, he had more ideas for involving our youngsters than we could digest. Karthik talks about what Ahed does in Restore, identifying the factors that have made it work for him. Let's hear it from Karthik.
Hi. So Restore, we are a 15-year-old not-for-profit organic shop, and we are at Kuttivakam. We procure directly from the farmers, and we sell it directly to the customers. Here we have 2 days of vegetable market, which is on Saturdays and Tuesdays. So in these 2 days only, I had coming and helping us. So we all come at by 9:15. By the time Ahad also joins us. So what we will do is our first job is to segregate the veggies. We'll have the crates of different veggies. So we'll have to segregate it and then keep it at the market side. and for sale. So Ahed comes and helps us in segregating the veggies. Earlier, it was a little bit tough for him to understand the environment and what we are doing, because it's kind of, I feel it was a complicated thing for him to understand the whole picture of what's happening. But yeah, it took his time, but he kind of got it in a couple of weeks. And fortunately, here we have this slide and swings, which he likes so much. So, அது என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, it's like chocolate and everything. So he lived to crates and he go back to swing. And so slowly he understood what he is doing and why he is coming. So in one layer, we ourselves, our staff, ourselves are feeling kind of better, because even though it's a happy place, fun environment to work, sometimes we need more assurance and how would I say that? It's kind of a reassurance we get that, okay, we are working in a very good system, and this is a different place. So I would highlight that layer first. Ahed being here, working here, is definitely adding value, because Restore is not just about selling things. It is about supporting farmers. So that kind of reinforcement is there. People are very friendly. We are not just friendly. It's the environment itself. It's so friendly. Whoever comes here, they definitely will feel calm. So that if you enter into our premises, it is surrounded by trees, and we can hear bird sound. So that itself, it's making him, I think, made him like this place more. That's what I felt. I can say we felt. That's what made him like this place in the first place. And then obviously when we lift the veggies, we people also with him. We also go and lift. So people and also that swing. And other than that, I think, how would I say? He just likes to, come, and because we will have music sometimes while working, we'll have a small music. So sometimes I think he feel, because sometimes some days he comes, he'll not concentrate much on work. He will come to our side, just dance in his own way. He dances and he responds to the music, and he'll come and ask for music sometimes. So I think these are all the factors that made him like this place.
So what has made these two initiatives work? For Ahed, it seems to be the kind of place Restore is. A youthful environment, lots of ribbing and laughter, music, a swing which he loves, folks conversing with him. It is also the nature of the work which has a definite end time, the duration of the work, about an hour, and that he can do what is expected fairly easily, sort vegetables, carry vegetable baskets, and place them on a table. And what we realized sometime after he started working, the movement that work offers. Little did we know that Ahed would find his love, movement, in a workplace and not at a dance studio. Ramanathan seems to have landed his dream job. His eyes light up when he sees the huge basin of potatoes that he has to peel and cut. He doesn't find the repetitive task boring at all. He actually loves it. After a break, he himself indicates when he's ready to get back to work. For Rupak, it was a vegetable chopper. For Rupak, it was a vegetable chopper that has made all the difference. He cuts vegetables in big pieces, which he then puts in the chopper, and there you have an even-sized diced pieces. It also helps that the entire activity is very rhythmic. They work as a team, Ramanathan peeling and cutting the ends of the vegetable, and Rupak cutting it in the chopper. And for both of them, something they look forward to at their workplace, a cup of tea. Both these explorations are in the nascent stage. They show promise of a path ahead, if not for life, for the foreseeable future. And in that lies our hope.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode filled with inspiration, support, and hope. On our next episode, we will be joined by Akhila Vaidyanathan, where we will discuss options to foster independent living and meaningful engagement. Until next time, take care, stay positive, and keep thriving.